they're going for that grudge match here.
Lisa Wagner and Lisa Wagner and Lorrie
Nichols has already won 2 matches this afternoon, and that's a bit of a break.
Yes, it is. Lane 31 once again. Lorrie going light.
Well, between these 2 great champions, oh my, 29 professional titles.
Denny, I know why Lorrie is not moving farther to the right. Lane 31 will also hook on you, and it is easier, however, to pick up those stairs than it would be a 4-6 split.
Well, do you play defensively in a title match, or do you be real aggressive?
Well, you want to be aggressive, and I don't think Lorrie's playing defensively. I think she's just not making super shots on 31. They're just not getting up to the headpin.
This young lady here, many people feel, is the best women professional bowler in the world. And for $40,000, she steps right up and strikes in the right-hand lane.
Can't say enough good things about Lisa and her game. She has just got such a super arm swing, great leverage, and she is on an outside condition like this, she is devastating. We saw her win earlier this year in Fort Myers, Florida. She's having a good year so far.
Would like to make it career title number 17 and capture a U.S. Open. She's the only holdover from the top 5 of last year's Seagram Coolers U.S. Open. She finished 3rd. Oh my, that 5-pin just danced into the 7 and exploding the rack on lane 31. Lorrie Nichols shakes her head a little bit, and I think she realizes Lisa Wagner averaged better than 250 on this pair during the week. She's going to have to get out of the gate in a hurry.
Yes, she is. With Lisa's speed, she can move even farther to the right and get the ball back without getting in trouble. Where Lorrie moved a little farther to the right, not quite enough speed. It would probably hook too much on her. That was a great shot on lane 32. She needs to make an adjustment on 31 because Lisa is lined up.
Well, I think one of the keys that now you can watch the players elevate their game now. We've been through 59 games of this tournament that they've bowled, and they're getting into the title match, and this is when the adrenaline takes over. And it's time to go to a new level because you're going to have to win.
Also, when your opponent is bowling better, you get pumped up more and you have a tendency to bowl better. And she finally hit lane 31. Having that 6-pin just tap the 10.
Lisa's been an excellent player in the championship round. Overall, a career record of 46 wins, 28 losses, and 1 tie. And she's 3-0 in 1988. She just blistered him in Fort Myers.
Yes, she did. She went through a field of left-handers, as you recall, Denny. Getting the ball out farther to the right that time. Not getting it back.
You and I discussed the very possibility of a couple of 2 8-10s out there today. We nearly saw one there, and that's virtually an unmakeable split.
Yes, it is. It's not an easy split to pick up.
Unless you want to shoot it left-handed.
This is not an easy spare to pick up either, with that 8-pin sitting right behind that 2-pin. She wants to go very hard and straight at it, which is not very difficult for Lisa to do since she does throw the ball very hard and at a straight line.
And there's her husband watching nervously. Pat Wagner, an outstanding player on the PBA Tour. And we were joking with Kent earlier today when he won in Las Vegas last year, and he was being interviewed and given that big first-place check. They asked him what he would buy with it. He said, I think I'm going to buy a sports car. Well, I got a big round of applause and a laugh, and I asked Lisa this morning, what are you going to do if you win? And she said, well, I've got a couple of different cars in mind, so we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Kent's into race car driving now anyway, so that's a new hobby of theirs.
Oh, she gets the shaker on the left-hand lane, and it's a big strike for Lisa Wagner in the 4th.
I tell you, the thing with Lorrie, going through Lorrie's mind now, is going to be the fact that Lisa didn't carry this shot here, or did carry this shot, but she didn't carry the one in the 3rd, so she's not going to shoot 300 at her. She still has room.
Try and take the lead, and she dances on the approach and leaves the solid 10. Boy, look at the despair on her face, and she's talking to that 10-pin right now.
That was a superb shot, Benny.
You know, it's amazing how much the pros talk to those pins, and for some reason or other, Leila, they just never seem to listen.
I don't think they're talking to the pin as much as they're talking to themselves, though. It's more like, nice shot, settle down. It's okay, you know, pick it up, stay clean.
Right.
These are things that go through your head, or Lorrie, gee.
Well, Lorrie's saving the wood, but let's take a look at the first shot there. Wow.
Just driving so hard while finishing in the 6-pin, just throwing right around the 10, and Lorrie not happy with his result.
And normally, she's a pretty subdued figure on the lanes, but for $40,000 in first place prize money, she's pumped up here. Just what you'd like to see in a title match. Nice and close and tight. Oh, good shot on the left-hand lane.
Well, that 10-pin really hurt her there. She could have taken a great lead over Lisa. However, the game is so close.
Lisa making a little adjustment tape-wise in that thumb hole. The size of the thumb seems to change back and forth for some players more often than not, and so you have to be ready to apply some tape or to take some out.
That's right, Denny. Under the lights, your hands tend to swell. You want to take the tape out. In this case, Lisa's went down. She added tape. Looking like she fell off balance a little bit at the line. However, her direction was great.
This one almost looked like the frozen rope because the speed was increased and she's not given the ball an opportunity to go anywhere but the pocket, and that may be one of her greatest assets, her ability to just throw it right through the condition.
That's right. Lisa doesn't get into trouble too often. Unless there's quite a bit of oil, then her speed will hurt her.
The reason why Lisa's holding up right now, lane 32 after the strike, must have been dazed a bit because it forgot to set a few pins up. Here we go.
That's hitting him real hard.
That's it. Knocking him into submission. Looking for the turkey here in the 6th. And to take a 19-pin lead.
Oh.
Stubborn 10-pin.
That was a super shot. A replay of what we saw Lorrie do on lane 32.
I know Lisa's thinking about other things, but she wanted us to pass along a good luck wish to NASCAR driver Phil Parsons and, of course, his whole team in 1988. You have already mentioned that Ken is becoming actively involved in the racing industry, and I know Lisa's a big fan as well, so I'm going to pass along those concerns.
Kent usually doesn't show a lot of emotion. However, you can see the anxiety he's feeling right now. Lorrie, very serious. A good shot here, wanting to carry the 10. Almost getting the break. Is it going to fall? Oh, spun it around a time or two, but not getting the break.
Well, the 10-pin with a 360 pirouette, but it does not fall, and that could have helped the cause.
Well, the ball hitting a little bit flatter here, Denny. Setting the 6-pin just in the channel, however. Off came the head pin off that wall and just rotated.
Well, the 10-pin with an about face, but it doesn't fall, and this time the conversion a little better than the last trip. An 8-pin lead for Lisa Wagner, and it's nail-biting time here in Winston-Salem. Don't forget, coming up live and direct as we complete here, the Kmart Greater Greensboro Open on ESPN, live and direct. Forest Oaks Country Club. 3rd round coverage. Oh, a bad shot and a good break. That's the difference in winning championships.
Yes, it is. You find that player that gets that break, and that could be your winner of your tournament right here. She crosses over, making that adjustment on 31, and she gets the break, and she doesn't care. It looks the same.
The reaction's always the same when they strike. Lisa Wagner now in the 7th.
Lisa wanting this strike here to keep the pressure on Lorrie. A super shot, ripping the 5 into the 7. The power that's in her bowling ball.
And earlier this year, Lisa Wagner signing to become a member of the Brunswick advisory staff. Brunswick adding Lisa Wagner. On the men's side, of course, John Petraglia, Mark Roth. You've got some great champions.
Not to mention Judy Sutar.
That's right.
Also on the women's staff.
Who qualified and finished 22nd this week.
Good look at Lisa's arm sitting there. So strong. Good knee, Dennis. Super shot there.
And doubled again.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's about as sweet as it can get under the pressure of $40,000. A big double in the 7th and the 8th, and now the momentum. Let's see if it swings back to Lorrie Nichols.
Denny, Lorrie has to have this strike here. Not getting out real good.
Well, you heard her say, come on, and I think you're right. A little hang up that time in the thumb.
She didn't clear the thumb quick enough to get enough rotation from the fingers. 6-pin lays in the channel. As you can see here, she doesn't clear the ball. Ball out on the lane even farther than normal. However, she can spare.
Spare in there.
She's operating right now at a 209 pace, but room to shoot 229 if she takes it off the sheet.
If she shoots 229, she would at least get the next strike. So, once again, Lorrie needs this strike.
But the key as far as Lisa Wagner is concerned is the fact that she's on a double, and she'll get to finish the match first. Could close her out.
She could.
Well, the 9th frame is the foundation frame, and Lorrie Nichols has given herself an opportunity to shoot the 229. Now she'll have to sit back, wait, and hope that Lisa Wagner doesn't just take this one right on down the road.
That's right. This is a really big shot for Lisa right here. If she carries this strike and she stays clean in the 10th frame, she wins the strike. It's down to a $20,000 ball. Just about. Getting through the ball as good as she normally does. Feeling that pressure just a little bit, I think. And we have, once again, it's still a close match.
17 pins the difference.
She can still close Lorrie Nichols out, Denny, if she strikes out in the 10th frame, which she will have a chance to do.
First things first, the 7 pin, which she does.
Spare.
Lorrie's only prayer now is that Lisa doesn't get 3 strikes. Or doesn't get 2 strikes.
Now she needs a double and count to close her out. Her best possible score would be 236, and believe me, Lisa's very well aware of that as she scans the scoreboard.
She's checking, making sure she knows.
Glanced over to Fran Wolf, the Lpbt's national tournament director, to get the numbers correctly.
There's too much at stake.
Wagner got the first one.
She couldn't have thrown it any better than that, Danny. There's Lorrie, the hardest thing, sitting on the bench, just going, give me a chance. Just give me a chance. I can't even watch.
Well, I'm sure he's probably saying a few prayers at this point. Tremendous pressure involved, and boy, is that ball going to get heavy on this shot.
Again.
You look good, Danny.
Oh my, look at Kent. Lisa turns around with a smile and thinks, oh, this one's not over yet. So 226 if she spares. Lorrie Nichols has room.
It looked good. I thought she was going to get it. However, she must not have gotten her fingers in the ball as she has been. And the 5 didn't go, and that 7 stood. And Lorrie got the chance she wanted, Danny.
That's all it comes down to. When you finish it up, if you got a chance in the 10th to control your own destiny, that's all you could ever ask for. So it's take it one at a time. First shot in the 10th.
Nichols needs a strike. She tags.
Stronger this time, and she carries the 10.
Well, look at Terry. Look at his lips over there. He's starting to get a little nervous. Oh my, Lisa Wagner lamenting right now, thinking, geez, if I could have just carried that 7. Well, there go the fingernails.
Lorrie not taking much time at all, just hurries right on up to the approach.
stands, and look at Lisa Wagner. The reaction, the relief, and the disappointment. We'll be back with the champion right after this, and it'll be Lisa Wagner here in Winston-Salem.